Join me as I dive deep into the scary secrets hidden in African folk tales and challenge myself to uncover the most chilling stories you've never heard. African folk tales have been a cornerstone of cultural storytelling for generations, passing down valuable lessons and morals from one generation to the next. But beneath the surface of these seemingly innocent stories lies a darker, more sinister reality, waiting to be uncovered. We often view folk tales as merely children's stories, meant to entertain and educate young minds. But what if I told you that these tales often convey much more sinister messages, hiding in plain sight? We've all heard of Anansi the spider, but have you ever stopped to think about the real-life fears and anxieties that these stories represent? Folk tales are often dismissed as mere fantasy, but they're actually a reflection of the societies that created them. They're a window into the past, revealing the deepest fears and anxieties of our ancestors. Take, for example, the story of Mwindo, a Congolese folktale about a prince who must navigate a treacherous journey to claim his rightful throne. On the surface, it's a classic tale of good versus evil. But scratch beneath the surface, and you'll find a story that's really about the dangers of colonialism and the struggle for power. Or consider the story of Ya Anansa, a Ghanaian folktale about a spider who outsmarts his friends to get to the top of a tree. It's a classic tale of cunning and wit, but it's also a story about the dangers of greed and the importance of community. These stories are more than just entertainment. They're a way of understanding the world around us. In the next part of this video, we're going to delve deeper into some of the most terrifying and thought-provoking folk tales from across Africa. From stories of supernatural creatures to tales of betrayal and deception, we'll explore the darker side of African folklore. One of the most shocking folk tales I've come across is the story of Nkisi, a malevolent spirit from West African mythology. According to legend, Nkisi is a powerful entity that can possess individuals, driving them to madness and destruction. But what's really interesting about this story is what it reveals about the fears and anxieties of the people who created it. It's a story about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of respecting the natural world. Another folk tale that really stands out is the story of Mami Wata, a water spirit from West African mythology. On the surface, it's a story about a beautiful woman who lures men to their deaths. But scratch beneath the surface, and you'll find a story that's really about the dangers of colonialism and the exploitation of natural resources. These stories are more than just scary tales. They're a way of understanding the world around us. But perhaps the most thought-provoking folk tale I've come across is the story of Anansi and the Pot of Wisdom. According to legend, Anansi the spider stole the pot of wisdom from the gods, unleashing chaos and destruction upon the world. But what's really interesting about this story is what it reveals about the fears and anxieties of the people who created it. It's a story about the dangers of unchecked knowledge and the importance of respecting the natural order of things. In conclusion, African folk tales are more than just children's stories. They're a window into the past, revealing the deepest fears and anxieties of our ancestors. By exploring these stories, we can gain a deeper understanding of the world around us and the people who came before us. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the scary secrets hidden in African folk tales. If you have a favorite folk tale you'd like to share, please leave it in the comments below. And if you want to explore more cultural stories from around the world, Be sure to check out my next video.